Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P2650-7F indicates a fault related to the rocker arm oil pressure, specifically stating it is stuck off. This can affect the vehicle's engine performance and efficiency. The main components involved in this error are the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and the rocker arm oil control valve. The rocker arm oil pressure sensor is responsible for monitoring the oil pressure required for the rocker arm operation, ensuring that adequate pressure is available to maintain optimal engine performance. The rocker arm oil control valve regulates the flow of oil to the rocker arms, which are integral to the VTEC, variable valve timing and lift electronic control system. The location of these components is critical. The rocker arm oil pressure sensor is usually positioned on or near the rocker arm assembly, while the rocker arm oil control valve is connected directly to the oil supply of the engine. When the signal output from the rocker arm oil pressure sensor is low, the powertrain control module, PCM, identifies this issue and logs the error code, alerting the user to a potential malfunction in the oil pressure system. The error code DTC P2650-7F indicates that the rocker arm oil pressure sensor output remains low when the rocker arm oil control solenoid is activated. This abnormal indication suggests a malfunction within the rocker arm oil pressure regulating system. The rocker arm oil pressure sensor plays a vital role by delivering real-time oil pressure data to the powertrain control module, PCM, to manage the rocker arm operation effectively. Furthermore, the rocker arm oil control valve, which is responsible for directing oil to the rocker arms, also factors into this issue. If either of these components malfunctions or fails, it can significantly impact the VTEC system and subsequently engine performance. Both components typically reside in proximity to the engine cylinder head, indicating that any inspection or repair will require access to this area. This proximity necessitates a thorough understanding of the VTEC system, which utilizes oil pressure to switch between different lift profiles, highlighting the importance of proper oil pressure monitoring. Several factors can lead to the DTC P2650-7F recording. The first possible cause is a faulty rocker arm oil pressure sensor. This sensor may produce incorrect readings, which can mislead the PCM into interpreting low oil pressure. Detected low output from this sensor triggers the DTC. Secondly, blockage in the VTEC system oil passage can restrict oil flow, impeding the proper functioning of the rocker arms and contributing to low pressure readings. Additionally, a malfunctioning rocker arm oil control valve may not allow sufficient oil pressure. What mesh problems face the engine is its simple and death sentence. It's key to proper engine functioning. Ensuring proper functioning and ensuring proper engine functionality. Drivers may notice several symptoms associated with DTC P2650-7F. First, noticeable engine performance issues may occur, including hesitation during acceleration or a decrease in overall power. Since the rocker arm oil pressure is crucial for optimal VTEC operation, low oil pressure can greatly impede engine efficiency. Furthermore, the check engine light will likely activate as the PCM recognizes the anomaly in the oil pressure readings, prompting a diagnostic check. Another possible sign includes rough idling and, in extreme cases, engine stalling under load due to inadequate oil pressure reaching essential engine components. These symptoms collectively indicate that the VTEC function is potentially compromised, which may lead to further engine issues if not addressed promptly. Thus, monitoring these symptoms can provide critical insights into the underlying issue presented by the DTC. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P2650-7F involves checking the engine oil level. Insufficient oil can lead to low pressure readings, which would trigger the DTC. Hence, verifying that the oil level meets the manufacturer's specifications is essential before proceeding to more complex diagnostics. The second part of this step is inspecting the rocker arm oil pressure sensor itself. This involves checking for any visible damage or disconnection in the sensor wiring and connectors, as such issues can lead to faulty readings. If the sensor is intact, applying a diagnostic tool to read live data may provide insights into its operational status during engine operation. If the oil level is adequate and the sensor appears operational, further investigation into the VTEC system and its components is warranted to determine subsequent points of failure. Once the engine oil level and rocker arm oil pressure sensor inspection are complete, the second troubleshooting step is to engage the VTEC system test using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This testing procedure involves starting the engine and holding the engine speed at approximately 3,000 RPM without load, allowing the radiator fan to activate before letting the engine return to idle. During this process, monitoring oil pressure readings becomes paramount. The HDS diagnostic tool will display live data relating to the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and the VTEC system's oil pressure. Proper analysis will reveal if the oil pressure is above the specified level of 49 kilopascals, 0.50 kilograms per centimeter, 7.1 psi, when the VTEC solenoid valve is activated. If the readings meet the standard, yet the DTC remains, there may be a defect in the gauge or sensor output that needs addressing. However, if the oil pressure is below the specified level, it indicates an issue with the oil flow or its management within the system. The third troubleshooting step involves an inspection of the VTEC system oil passage to ensure there are no clogs or debris that could hinder oil flow. Blocked oil passages can significantly restrict the flow of oil necessary for activating the rocker arms properly. To carry out this inspection, you will examine the condition of the oil passages visually and may use a cleaning tool to dislodge any debris found inside. If there is any blockage, clearing the passage can resolve the pressure issue. During this inspection, it is also crucial to take note of the cleanliness of the engine and its components. Regular maintenance allows for fewer obstructions, so any findings may indicate either a need for cleaning or a deeper issue within the oil system. Confirming that the passage is free from contaminants is fundamental in determining the health of the VTEC system and its operability. The final troubleshooting step focuses on the rocker arm oil control valve. If previous inspections have shown normal levels and no blockages in the system, the next component to investigate is the control valve. This valve must be assessed for its operational status to ensure it opens and closes as prescribed, allowing oil to flow correctly to the rocker arms. A faulty control valve can cause significant oil flow issues, directly affecting VTEC operation. During this inspection, checking whether the control valve moves freely without sticking or obstruction is crucial. Additionally, confirming the valve activates as intended during the VTEC test provides further insights. If the control valve fails to perform, it will likely be the culprit behind the DTC P2650-7F, necessitating appropriate repair or replacement to restore proper engine function. After completing all necessary repairs or component replacements, it is vital to perform a final repair verification process. This stage involves rerunning engine diagnostics to confirm that the DTC P2650-7F has been resolved. Utilizing the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, the technician should check for any pending codes or returns of the previously logged codes. Ensuring that no DTCs are present is quintessential to confirm that the repair efforts were successful. The engine should run smoothly and efficiently at idle and under load. Watching for any symptoms that initially prompted the diagnostics will help ascertain the completeness of the repairs. If the DTC reappears, it might indicate that further investigation is warranted of a component that was either previously overlooked or incorrectly diagnosed. To prevent the recurrence of DTC P2650-7F, implementing a robust preventive maintenance strategy is essential. Regularly checking engine oil levels and ensuring they meet the manufacturer's specifications can preempt issues with oil pressure. Additionally, scheduling routine servicing of the VTEC system components, including the rocker arm oil pressure sensor and rocker arm oil control valve, is critical. Cleaning or replacing these components as part of routine maintenance can mitigate oil flow obstructions. It is advisable to follow the service intervals recommended in the vehicle's owner manual closely. Addressing minor issues before they escalate can save significant time and cost in repairs and improve overall vehicle performance. Consistent preventive care ensures that the vehicle operates efficiently and prolongs the lifespan of the engine. In conclusion, understanding the component functions related to DTC P2650-7F is vital for effective diagnosis and repair. The rocker arm oil pressure sensor, oil control valve, and VTEC system all play essential roles in engine performance, thus necessitating accurate diagnostics when errors occur. Regular maintenance, including oil checks and servicing VTEC system components, can prevent issues before they arise. Following the structured troubleshooting steps allows for a thorough examination, promoting accurate identifying of root causes. Furthermore, engaging in this preventive approach equips vehicle owners with the knowledge needed to keep their vehicle running smoothly and efficiently. A proactive stance on diagnosing and repairing can ultimately safeguard engine performance and assist in long-term vehicle reliability. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!